They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go. Jam.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Allen. He'll get the 1st down and more and send him to 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Vic. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Here's Michael Vick. And he finds Cook.
I'm not sure this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Vick, throw left side complete. It's Holt. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Vick to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. To throw, Vick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marcus Allen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Vic now. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Vic. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Vic readies to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On second down, it's Cook, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Vic. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Here we go. Go to bed. Go. Keep it up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run on first down. It's Allen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
50 seconds, come on. Flip it. Action.
On first down, it's Allen. And some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marcus Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Vick over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jets on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will indeed go for it. Vick. He cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Von Miller. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. Allen. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken to 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
To throw again on second down. Vick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 58's Mike. 58. 58's Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Vick, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
31's the mic. Hey, you.
Vick will look to throw on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
3 down. 31.
To throw again. Vick. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
31's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. 31's the mic. And let's get some penetration.
Again, it's Vick. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Vick now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run? It'll be
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That'll be caught by Rice. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There goes Jerry Rice again, racking up catches in bunches. His 1,549 catches, a whopping 224 more than the next closest guy, the great Tony Gonzalez, a terrific tight end.
And Vick's throw there incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Vick. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
That's what I do.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
On 3rd down, Vick toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Bryant is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Get that ball, 50 seconds to Mike.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
57's the mic. Watch it. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now here's Ross. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a gain this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Allen. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They go play action now. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Vic to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 out. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So that'll back him up 5. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
22's coming. 22's coming.
Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. 31's the mic. Off we go.
Here's Vic following the interception. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 57, Mike 57. Ready?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to. And look at this. It's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
First throw in overtime here for Vic. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
31's the mic. Hey, watch the ball.
From the gun, Vic. Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a give, right side. Allen. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Allen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
3rd and short yardage. Vick is going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. The tight end, Kittle, has it on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the draw, it's Jackson. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he's brought out after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis.